Yes. So the secret to success is in the woman that's in front of you that you're overlooking. Go wash her feet. Go kiss her legs. Go kiss her forehead. Go hug her. Whether she's with her friends, her sisters, her family, you walk into that room and you drop to her and you kiss her. You don't need anything in return. Wallahi. You know, when I used to teach kids, my son is 6 years old. He's now 14. Today he's 14. When he was 6 years old, I used to tell him, Abdullah, I used to tell him, how do you know if Allah is happy with you? How do you know if Allah is happy with you? He said, I don't know. Baba, I don't know. We can't see Allah. How am I supposed to know? He's 6. I told him, shall I give you a secret? He said, yes, Daddy. I said, if you're good to your mother, then Allah is pleased with you. How do you know if Allah is pleased with you? You don't know. The only way to find out is this, shortcut. If your mother is happy with you, then Allah is happy with you. If your mother is not happy with you, she's upset with you, then what? I promise you, your mother, if she's upset with you, then Allah is upset with you. You understand? You hear me? You understand? So I'm saying to you, don't lose this opportunity that you have. Wallahi, your mother could go tomorrow. And I'm being realistic with you. I'm not wishing anything on anybody. Wallah, I want her to be with you forever. Don't take her for granted. Because you only get one. There's no woman on this earth that will treat you like her mother would treat you. No human being. Wallahi. Not even her sister would treat you like that. Your mother's sister, your mother's mother wouldn't even treat you like your mother would treat you. Don't take her for granted. When you go home today, I give you one homework. Or when you go home after your trip, you hold her tight and tell her, Mother, I love you. Before I move into the second thing, one day I came to my mother when I was in London, before I came out to Kenya, and I said to her, Mum, you know, Allah has been so good to me. He gave me something that He didn't give the Prophet ﷺ. And she said to me, she said, hold your mouth. How can you say that? So I said to her, Mum, no, I'm saying it in a good way. It's just my thought. She said, what do you mean? So I came over to her and I hugged her and I kissed her and I said to her, Mum, you know, the greatest man to ever walk the earth, the greatest creation that Allah created, you know, never had this opportunity to kiss his mum, to hug his mum. Allah never gave him that opportunity. So I said, you see this opportunity that Allah has given me, I take it with like, it's precious to me. You're precious, and this opportunity to hug you is precious to me. And this is before I left for Kenya. This is a few years ago. Wallahi. And I'm saying to you, I'm a big man, I don't shy away from that. And I want you to be emotional. Manhood is not in being the strongest, I'm a bad boy. No, wallahi, it's not. Manhood is being soft and emotional and respectful to those who care for you. Be a man, that's what manhood. You see, the Prophet ﷺ had a strength of how many men? But when he came to the Muslims, he had mercy. Now imagine your mothers. The second point is this, Hamza wants me to touch on, is what you should aspire to be. Now, all of you are young, you can see what's happening in the world as Muslims, right? The success of this nation, especially in this country, is in your hands. Is in your hands. If we get all people here to become successful, what's the chances of you raising successful generations? High, right? High. Please, I say to you, you have everything you need to succeed. You have everything you need. You come from a good household. You don't miss meals. Do you miss meals? One day, wallahi, you know, I would love to take you to the Street Kids program. Some of the kids are 9 years old. You wake them up from the sleep. They're sleeping. You see how cold it is today? It's a cold. Wallahi, they're sleeping in, you know, gunia bag. You know gunia bag? Not duvet. Gunia bag. You know the gunia one? They put two, one their head, one their leg, and they're sleeping. It's freezing. And you slept in a warm bed last night. You slept in a warm. Allah will ask you. Like, I would love for you to see this, to see these things. The last thing is this. Sorry, before the last thing. When I was in high school, and I was 15, 16, the teacher called all the Muslims kids when I was in year 11, just to do my GCSEs. And then he said, come, detention. So when he put us in detention, he said, you know, Kenya, mashallah, is an educated country. You come from education. UK and America is not like that. So when we're in a class, teacher said, 27 Muslim kids. He said, how many of your mothers have a degree? How many people you think put their hand up? How many people put their hand up? None. He said, how many of your fathers have a degree? How many people put their hand up? None. This is London. This is me. I was in that classroom. I'm not telling you a story I heard. Then he said, how many of your grandfathers have a degree? Nobody put their hand up. He said, your grandmothers. He said, okay, that's direct. Let's go extend it. How many of your uncles have degrees? How many people put their hand up? None. He said, how many of your aunties have a degree? How many people put their hand up? None. Then he looked at us and then he said, and this is why all of you guys will be failures. I've never been humiliated like that in my life. I've never been humiliated like that in my life. You know, the humiliation wasn't just for me. If my mother never had a degree, my father never had a degree, no problem. I was hoping Abdullah, his mother or father, had a degree. He didn't have it. I was hoping Haken's mum or dad or uncle had a degree. At least one person could have saved us from humiliation. Now imagine 27 Muslim kids in the classroom in London and a teacher saying to us, you will all become failures because none of your parents and your families have a degree. You don't know what it feels like to be educated. You'll become losers. Check this now. 2 weeks later, we had an exam, GCSE. GCSE is important, right? We had GCSE exam. 27 Muslim kids. So in order to go to a good college, to do A-levels, you need to have minimum 5 ATCs. I don't know how it is in Kenya, 5 ATCs. So there were 27 Muslim kids. How many of the 27 after we were humiliated got good grades at school? How many? None. None of us. Even the boys, we failed miserably. You know why? For 2 things. Number 1, teacher put it in our head that we were all going to become failures. And we won't amount to anything because my mother never had a degree, my father never had a degree. Second, I went into that exam like I didn't have hope in life because I knew I was a failure. When I wrote my name on the exam, English GCSE, Jamal Hassan, I knew there's no point. Like, you know me, I'm a failure. So he drew that at me. And what I'm trying to say to you is, me, I don't drill that in kids anymore. I don't believe in that anymore. I'm telling you, every single one of you here will become successful. Now, how did I end up getting a degree? You know how? I struggled, I strove, I spoke to my mother, I told her, make dua for me. I said, Mom, the only way I'm getting this degree is through you. Pray for me. You know why I got a degree? You know why? Not because I wanted to get a good job. Wallahi, I'm in a masjid, I'll tell you, no. I didn't care about a job because I already given up on life. But one thing hurt me and it hurt me the most. I said to myself, I have to get this degree so no human being, forget teacher, no human being on this earth will ever look at my son and title him a failure because his father never had a degree. I had to break that cycle. Me, I had to break that pain. I had to break it. So nobody will look at my son Abdullah or Abdurrahman or Yusuf or Yunus and say to them, your father's, you're a failure because, no, that's gone. So I want the same for you. This is my point. When you're in your school, your education, your school, wallahi, all of you are A-star students. You are top of the top. The top of the top. Because you know how I know this? I don't know. Do I know any of you? I don't know any of you. It's the first time meeting you, right? I know this because how many 15, 9-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 14-year-olds are in the masjid this time, today? How many? How many? Not a lot. You're here because you want good for yourself. You're here because you want to succeed. And Allah will not humiliate you. Allah says you will get that which you strove for. And you have to succeed. There's no option. Because you can protect your offspring. And the last thing is this one's very short, is to do with pain. Hamza asked me to touch on pain. I want to tell you something, right? As much as life is going good for you, you know, if you're looking for happiness, you're looking in the wrong place. This dunya is made and created to test you. It's created for you to get and lose. You get and you lose. It's not a place you keep. It's not a place you keep. I want you to remember one thing. When a calamity comes your way and it hits you, and I'm realistic, and it's coming, like it or not. I don't wish it on you. Wallahi, I don't. But a calamity is part of the world. Am I saying something wrong? I'm not saying anything wrong, because this is the truth. Bad things are on their way. But how do you protect yourself? You protect yourself by giving charity. Charity could be smiling. Charity you could be seeing a Muslim, Salamu alaikum. Charity could be being good to your siblings. Charity could be sharing your food. Charity could be when you could be a bad boy, you choose to be good. You see these things, they will protect you. And when that day comes, Allah will remove it away from you. And you make dua. Don't be too confident. Say, oh Allah, keep me firm in your religion, in the masjid. Oh Allah, when the time for trial and test comes, oh Allah, keep me strong. You with me? And the last thing is this, and I always say this to young people. It's not that you don't have what it takes to succeed. I'm going to say that again for you. It's not that you don't have what it takes to succeed, but it's going to take everything that you have and more. I'm going to say this again for you. It's not that you don't have what it takes to succeed. It's not that you don't have what it takes to succeed, but it's going to take everything you have and more. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم.
How was that? Huh? It was? It was? Good.